Hello.
Well done, Mark.
Thanks.
One day we'll have a remote.
Yeah, thanks Glenn. This is the Saturday preview. It's previewing RHIL Gardens for tomorrow, and that's the 27th of August. Gordo, Glenn,
Gordo,
we obviously had a bit of a rain event on Wednesday. They managed to run a meeting at Warwick Farm. Thankfully we didn't have a provincial meeting yesterday. We probably would have lost that one.
Strange phenomenon staying home on Thursday, Friday, but that's all right. Just getting used to different phenomena this game.
Yeah, so everyone's hanging out for a show, and here we are. And RHIL, they're saying heavy 9 at the moment, which seems, you know, it's like Chris Toogood is the most conservative man in the world. So we're just going to say slow.
You're going to say slow?
Slow.
I sort of worked on slow.
Yeah, same.
Same track condition as last time.
I worked on slow on Wednesday. It was a heavy 10. So.
Oh no, but it was actually raining during the meeting. I mean, there is a chance of some coastal rain tonight, tomorrow. Probably won't touch RHIL. But you know, obviously rain during a meeting, you know, before a meeting, during a meeting.
During a meeting too, it just seems to, well, it chops up and it seeps and it stays wet and it's cold and very wintry day it was.
So we've had one of the wettest years so far, but RHIL's only been heavy, well, in recently on that meeting just before our famous show, or our infamous show, the 4th of June. Since then, it's sort of been trying desperately to dry out, sort of soft 6, soft 5. It probably will be a touch worse than that tomorrow, but at a time of year where at least you're looking at horses that you actually want to look at. And the Rail True has tricked me in the last 6 months. RHIL's been incredibly fair.
Has been very fair.
It is the fairest track around at the moment, and I'm prepared to go with that tomorrow. Obviously,
I've seen them get up the inside, right through the middle, down the middle.
Look, I'd prefer to be drawn out, and I'd prefer to be off the rails, but I'm not saying you can't do it tomorrow.
No, fair comment. Race 1, boys.
Race 1, this is a Gordo $33, 33 no bet race.
How do you already know it's a $33 no bet race? How did you know the Dairy spoke to you about it?
Well, it's 2,000 metres.
Oh.
And
predictable.
Yes. Firebird Flyer is our favourite at $3.80. My Giuliano is $3.90. Birds of Tokyo is $4.20. The Shipper Northern Journey is $7, back from $2,400. $11 Erica, out to 17 Mandalon Kiss, 18 Crown Moss, 51 Malleable. And a fair bit of interest in this race, despite the fact that we're looking at horses that, a lot of horses that had every chance last start.
And what do you mean a fair bit of interest? It looks very unappealing to me.
Well, the interest is you get a big jockey change on Firebird Fly. You know, T. Clark gave it every possible the other day.
James Innes Jr. is a hot rider for 3 kilos off.
I know, but you're talking about a senior rider that gave a horse every possible last time.
Okay, so senior rider PR to Kid, that's what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
And then we've got Birds of Tokyo, who Kathy rode perfectly at Randwick, and for some reason is not riding it now.
Well, they've taken 3 off its back.
Yeah, but for what purpose? What, to get a different rider on it?
To get it from 58 to 55?
You look at it seems to me.
But that's what
seems to
trainers
me.
think.
Yeah, well, they're mad. They're mad. So we've got a scenario there where 2 of the hard in the market picks.
Okay, so that's a little bit of juice.
Yeah, and then you've also got my Giuliano, who had a PR last week.
On a Wednesday, set up to win, couldn't do the job.
But he and Firebird Flyer are closely related, so I think you'd have to say that's a similar race. It just happens to be on a Wednesday.
Okay, fair enough. And then of course you've got Erica off the massive failure at Randwick.
And was a hot mounting yard male tip on that occasion. So
back to the RHIL soft, which found the start before, was a placing, did get beaten 7 lengths basement. Okay, so there's a little bit of juice in the race. So where are we all going? What are you saying, Gord? Nothing? $33 straight in?
$33.
No comment at all?
No comment.
Fair enough. What about you, mate?
SB Profile, Erica.
Well, that's something to do.
There you go. So the boys are suggesting Erica, which is not a bad suggestion at all. And look, Mandalon Kiss and Crown Moss are horses that are way out of the market, and we'll poke along here. So I'd suggest it's a race to sort of look away from the 3-to-1 chances.
Yeah, it wasn't just
there's 3 3-to-1 chances or 3 7-to-2 chances. So,
yep. Yeah.
And they've all got issues.
I agree with that comment. They all look a bit icky. I had 18 looks at Mandalon Kiss.
Well, I'd say Jake Pressey Holmes to Andrew Banks is a positive on check.
Yeah,
he's going okay, Banks.
Yeah, I know he's, and Jake Pressey's big keeps looking more and more terrorist every week.
And I like the fact that Crown Moss has had a 1900 metre run. Like it hadn't had a 1900 metre run for a while. last start.
Loves the going out of the track, especially at Rose Hill.
There we have it. That's race
So
one.
it's a juicy little race for
Well, look, it doesn't look appealing form-wise, but there are subtleties there or nuances that
punters still want some numbers. My numbers are 254.
Right. Okay, I said 5 from 2, but as I say, there are issues with my 2 picks. Race 2 is a 1500 metre race, stock standard, I suppose. Extensible is our favourite at $2.50.
Coming up another PR.
Antonio Giuseppe is $4. Shards is $7. Tariff Song 8. Pirate Ben 8.5. And out to Road and Drive 18. Take Win 21. And Letchworth is running at Scone today, so don't expect him tomorrow.
What are we doing, Gord? Another 30.
What's the map look like, huh?
Well, I'd like to see Tariff Song get out a bit better and actually take it up. Although, you know, there's a possibility that Shards can roll forward still fresh tomorrow from his outside gate with that, you know, that girl that loves to lead.
Yep.
You know, if you're looking to mark a horse as a leader, you could do a lot wrong than just what's Deanne riding.
Yep. And especially from barrier 9, she just goes in last, comes out first.
I had a second look at Shards just because of that reason.
Yep.
Road and Drive has to posse up because he's a one batter, and Pirate Ben will posse up, so it leaves Extensible and Antonio Giuseppe the two shortest in the market to sort of sit off them here.
Does Extensible get another perfect run again by Karen McAvoy, who's doing a really good job at the
Well,
moment?
she did, like, was it a perfect run the other day? I mean, it was a good run the other day, but it was a 6 metre rail, and it was like, you know, I thought that the second and third horses had better runs.
I disagree with that. I thought it was a real PR the whole way through. I remember thinking the whole way around, this horse is going to win and just do the job because the run's getting.
But I've got to be against it tomorrow. I'm barrier 1 short price. I'm just never going to entertain a horse.
So you're against Extensible?
Well, I mean,
I've got
I'm not going to be surprised.
I've
if
got a
it
top
wins,
pick, but like I'm
yeah.
going to be losing on it. I know that.
Antonio Giuseppe is one that I'm half interested in, but that's well found in the market as well. Just on suspicion, it might have some ability.
Well,
Like the race.
interestingly, Chris accepted for it on Wednesday and then pulled the pin on it at Warwick Farm when Warwick Farm got.
He didn't pull the bin till very late.
I know.
Yeah.
He
pulled the pin
but I
when
suppose he always had that option. It was like Dingu Mountain. He gave himself the option.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was the right. If it was a. Well, it was a heavy 10,
Yeah.
right? For about 3 hours prior to it being scratched. So what do you say? The track deteriorated to a heavy 11?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the problem with heavy 10. It's not descriptive enough.
Fair enough.
And is Brenda Bella going to suit him?
Antonio Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why would he steer a perfectly gun? It's got a lot to like about him. I don't want to sit here and tip everyone at home, you know, one favourite after the next, but I'm tipping Extensible to beat Antonio Giuseppe. But I do think their price should dead set be equal around the 320 mark.
Hang on. Antonio Giuseppe's had 2 runs at Canterbury, except Extensible's had 3 runs at Rose Hill. Why should they be together?
I think Antonio Giuseppe is a horse with more scope. It's third up tomorrow. It's lightly raced. It's a typical Waller thing, and Extensible finds barrier 1. Karen's got I did mention he's riding very well, but he's got a particularly poor record from inside marbles.
Yeah, he's not necessarily.
So I suppose
inside
just
jockey.
I'm not saying.
Big hello to Paul Daly there, who'll undoubtedly run that stat and discover it's not true.
Oh, does he run less stats?
Yeah.
Good on him.
John Sargent last week we said something about John Sargent. It might have been on the Monday show, but
Yeah, it was me.
Oh,
John Sargent, provincial to Metro is.
You've got to
no
put
good.
more variables in. That's just
Well,
one
I'm just saying that
See,
you know.
you're the new blood in the show, so you're the one they're looking at to pick at.
Yeah, they're trying to snipe me, aren't they?
There was another sniper who grabbed me during the week about you.
Yeah.
Your commentary on His Majesty. This isn't a city horse, or isn't a city
no,
Saturday horse.
No. It's never won proper Saturday Metropolitan.
You wanted me
race,
to
is
tell
what
you
I
it ran second to start, wondering, beaten. First up, bled. Second to start, wondering, beaten ahead. Second, high midnight, and third to the group mare, Danish.
So
King.
Gord's still
there you
right.
go.
And he
still hasn't
yeah,
won.
So it hasn't won.
But he just said it. He felt he wasn't happy with it. I tell you.
Anyway, there's a lot of qualification that is required.
Big load of Mark War out there.
Oh, that's actually good, you know.
Big fan of the
When
show,
you're getting
at least.
when you're getting
Huh?
you
We'll have to get him on
when,
the show,
when you're
yeah.
copying it from a celebrity.
Love to
you
get him on
just
the
take it more, do you?
He'd like to come on the show, I reckon.
He loves the show. He goes, oh, Glenn, you just
Now,
swear a bit.
okay, just on race 2, which I realise we're giving a fair bit of time here, but Tower of Song is third up and did it very tough last start.
Right.
And Pirate Ben has got a nice big jockey change there and also did it very tough last start.
Mm-hmm.
So what about those two?
They're not hopeless. You know, they're to me they're like maybe C and D and D and E. I'm not saying they're not no hope. They're $8.
You're not gravitating, but you're just going, oh well, you know, I'll take.
I'm finding the first two races.
And try and lay 8.
Yeah, I'm saying one of the two lightly raced ones is just going to be better and win.
Okay.
It's very hard to put a gun at your head and tell us the horse is going to get beaten in the race, bar Letchworth, and so on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Look, I'm with extensible. You guys are with the other. It's.
I'm saying they're equal. Race 3.
Race 3 is 3. This is a fat race. This is a great race. This is the race of the day, guys. Swear at $7. Sorry, Evacuation is favourite at $2.40, and Coco Excel is $5. So we've got 2 horses running at $1,400 there that are interesting runners. Swear is $7. Cezanne is $8. Savan, scratch from Wednesday, is $11. Out to 21, Tumultuous Calabasas, 26 Pipeline, 31 U3.
Well, what a good race this is to be.
Very good speed here as well. I mean, Evacuation will want it. But we saw in this race last year where River Wild ran...
this is River Wild all over, isn't it?
Well, it's different to River Wild. River Wild at least had a 1,300 metre run to come off.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I've been waiting for this horse because this is a very, very good horse, Evacuation.
Very good horse.
A very, very good horse. But what the fuck are they doing? Like, this is just... Like...
This is placed to get beat.
Well, honestly, I mean...
1,400 metres first up, it's got the 1,000 metre good win.
Look,
Yeah, it's been going like a bomb at the trials, and apparently the work is from another world, whatever that means. But 1,400 first up, $2.20.
I'm laying it.
I'll be laying. Maybe I'll help myself.
I'm the horse's biggest fan. I've marked it 4-1.
Wow.
Well, this is a deep race. Look, there's lots here.
There's lots here. And talking about lots here, I thought Cezanne presented better than this stablemate Coco XL.
Yeah.
What do you
Auto, you're the Cezanne man. What are you saying?
Did Bowman have the choice? Or they just stick with Collett because he
Oh,
won
okay,
last start on Cezanne?
Who gives a shit if Bowman had the choice? He's just a bloke.
Well, I actually
He doesn't get the choice, does he?
I actually promoted Savan on top of Coco XL.
Cezanne?
Savan or whatever.
Oh, Savan.
Yeah. So I'm interested in 3 horses, 8, 9 and 10, Coco XL, Cezanne and Savan, and I'll probably only be backing 2 of those, which will be 9 and 10, Cezanne and Savan. But I'll be leaning towards what Mark finds and also what Glenn finds on the Mounting Out.
Mounting Out Mull will be massive in this race. Look, Cezanne presented to win a much easier race the other day, but it just had so much style the last 300 metres. I just thought it was a horse on the way up. I was tipping it on top. Obviously, the favourite's very hard to beat there. A couple of roughies that I'm interested in a little bit. I want to have a good result on Pipeline at big odds. I want to have a good result on Tumultuous at big odds. Mark.
There's a lot of local runners here, and there's a fair bit of speed. Obviously, Pipeline with the blinkers on is going to make it interesting for Evacuation. And Coco Excel is a very, very speedy filly.
Yeah.
She's 1,100 up to 1,400. We've got Calabasas who's coming up off a 1,000 metre run.
Yep.
So, look, the horse with the best preparation, and I'm loath to join in the chorus here, the horse with the 1,250 metre run that wasn't in the right lane. Like Canterbury, you've got to be rails in run, and it wasn't. But it comes home for its first up run. It's like, you know, second preparation. Look, I had no trouble going to it, and like Gord, Savan is a horse with a lot of scope.
There we go.
Cezanne is what, $8 at the moment or something like that?
Well, how is it $8? Rubber stamp 72 tomorrow, isn't it? There you go, in the old Glens Cup.
You don't need anything else.
So get involved with Cezanne early and have more than you can afford on it, and then get half of it back tomorrow on the fifth.
Now the
How easy is punting?
It's just easy, isn't it?
The highway is race 4, and yet again it's one of the bigger fields on the day. But we've lost Handwritten, who is running at Doomben tomorrow. And I should point out, on the subject of Handwritten, it was the best time trial I have seen at Moolumbar.
Wow.
Yeah. So
keep your eye on.
you know, it's in its second preparation off the monster spell, and
How the hell have you done a Moolumbar trial?
because it was
They
supposed
actually
to.
had on
Oh,
racing
okay,
as well.
yeah, right. You done it for this race, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was scratched. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Right.
So the current market reads $6 down the bottom. The 2 3-year-olds there beside you and Akasaki, $8.50 Ocean Grand and Lemi Astray, $9 Perazada, $10 another 3-year-old Alliterate along with Farrar at $10, and there's a host of them at $16 after that. The Snippet of Hope scratch from Canberra today. Atlantic Sentinel scratch from Canberra today.
Atlantic Sentinel's out today, is it?
No, yeah, it's out today. It's in tomorrow.
So it's in tomorrow.
Look, Lemi Australia will be part of the van with Perazada, and Akasaki up from 1,000 will be on speed. I had Farah and Ocean Grand next best. Snippet, alliterate beside you and Snippet of Hope midfield. Beside you midfield because it's drawn in tomorrow. Gord, you're the beside you man. Talk to us about
You're the new tab highway man.
I'm so with you. It is actually going to be midfield tomorrow rather than out the back. It could have won that race last start by 6 lengths instead of only a rattle.
Big statements here on RacingRant.
I'm $8, $8.50.
$6 from the
Oh,
scratch.
okay. Yeah, well, I think that's a fantastic price. I think it's a great chance. The only thing that might happen is if it's bad luck in running. The only other one I was interested in is Ocean Grand, who improves dramatically third up.
Well, there's obviously a lot to like about beside you. Went at the track, did the job. Surge from barrier 4 is a little bit of a concern, and I should always be tipping. I should always be backing it because I'm always beside you.
Oh, there you go.
That's
God,
it.
we're gonna sing now.
How boring was that?
So, but isn't this a 50 times better race, this one?
I agree. So I'm not tipping.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it's
it
got a
is.
great chance. I'm tipping Alliterate. I think Alliterate's the best horse in the field. I think its form's the best. It's got one failure last start in a bog at Musselbrook with Greg on it at $2.80, beat 9 on a bog. Tomorrow, great trainer Pat Farrell. It's great.
Great. Look, these 15 Sunflowers is going to improve out of its arse soon as well.
Yeah. Well, look, for the sake of tipping, I'm tipping it to beat Ocean Grand, who third up tomorrow. Seems particularly well placed, I thought, and ticks a lot of boxes. And third beside you, number 12. 11, 1, 12 I am.
At the risk of wasting some space on 15 Sunflowers, she did start $1.50 against Farrar, who started $10 or something.
Right.
And beat him to a pulp. Right, and Farrar is your lead-up race, shortest price runner.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know, something's wrong with her this preparation, but you know, she needn't be 100 to 1. Ocean Grand has had a nasty race to resume in, and then he was 3 deep outside the lead the other day at Canterbury.
Yeah.
In a metro race. Now he's on his 10-day backup.
Yep.
He's back to the scene of his win, although that was 1,200. This is 1,100. And he's on top with me.
Lots to like about him. And good odds.
13 Akasaki and 11 Alliterate I was interested in.
Good work, boys. We're going to kick on to race 5?
Yeah, we'll do race 5 and then we'll break. Race 5 is the fillies and mares, again over the 1,100. And it sees Rose of Man, the favourite, at $3.80. Shahrazad at $5.50. Hallucinari at 7, LA Cheval 7, Zoo Magic $8.50. And next best would be Muy Bien at 15, the last up winner Magna Joy at 16. Our Harmony is racing at Rosehill, not Caulfield. And once again, good speed here. LA Cheval underneath them, highly geared there. Mama Schnitzel is fresh for her new trainer. Hardly had a run in the last 12 months. And Magna Joy is the deepest. So Shahrazad I had posing up behind them.
Well, it's just a... Gord, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I'll start. Hallucinari I'm interested in. But
Just jumps off the page.
Yeah, I'm sort of interested in the Mounting Yard Null, obviously.
Me too.
First up on
Obviously,
the Saltbeach
so
track.
should everybody else because you can't breathe without it. Doesn't it just jump off the page?
And you know, that trial 6 assists, that was a decent trial. It wasn't pushed out at all.
105 days off last start, then comes to Scone and wins a race that is 5 lengths better than this. Now it has
5
100.
lengths worse than this, I'd say.
Gee, I disagree with that. That was a hot race at Scone.
That was a scone race. 5 lengths worse than this.
Gee,
I think Hallucinari's got a very good chance tomorrow.
These are Wednesday horses.
I'm
How's it
arguing
worse?
against you backing her off the scone.
All right, you can have Rose of Man. I'll race you out for an even billion. That's
No,
about.
I've got Hallucinari ahead of Rose of Man. Rose of Man, I
Has it
liked
3
last
balls
week.
over?
Yeah, I thought you'd go
Look,
again.
it's racing well, and I did like it last week, but it gets a wetter track tomorrow, which is not in its favour.
All right.
What about
You
the-
keep
what
going.
about- what about the
You were
fit-
talking about Hallucinari and I jumped in because it jumped off the page.
That's fine. Yeah, jump to the plane. I think it's a great chance, but I won't be taking any of the early prices. I'll be waiting until
Mounting Yard Mail.
how it looks in the
Can't
yard.
breathe without it.
And the other one,
Good
with
advice from Gordo there.
the other one with the fitness there is Shahrazad. I don't mind. It's back to 1,100 metres, and it's got a fitness edge on these others. So if it's a testing track, and I think the Southern Legend haptic race, it's probably got a bit of depth about it. So, but I'm not impressed with the price at the moment. What did you say? $5 or something? Like
$5.50.
Yeah. So won't be taking any earlies and be waiting for.
All right. Well, my numbers in the race are going to be 2 Lucinaries. I obviously want to see it for sure. And like Gord, I thought that Shazradet, or whatever it's called, is clearly the danger. If there was a roughie in the race, I thought Mad About You is racing, parading the best of its career. Mark.
Well, I'll tell you who's racing the very best of its career is Zoo Magic. You know,
Yeah, it's got
to actually come around the field there the other day and keep coming. I know it's coming back to 1100, but it's actually doing something.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just think
No,
I think it's New Magic
it's just
as a Wednesday
prize.
horse.
It's just a prize. What,
Yeah.
what are these horses?
But country-
Shahrazad won its race on a Wednesday, right? It then runs at Canterbury, which doesn't count as a Saturday, and then it runs in a 1,000-metre race and doesn't do a great deal. I think it's set up well tomorrow, but I think you're overplaying the Wednesday Saturday business.
Well, but Illusionari actually has Saturday Metropolitan form.
Where?
I know it ran at Scone. Well, when it was at Canterbury, that was an 85k race.
Canterbury.
But it was an 85k
That is
race.
not Saturday form. It's
Okay.
Canterbury.
Okay, what about Flemington? Does that count?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, you're going the pen job. You're taking my.
No,
my
I'm
lines
not
there.
penning it. I'm just saying.
Well, wait, Canterbury beat She's a Lady and Stiletto Vixen, which also okay, maybe that's Wednesday. Third to LA Chevals, maybe, but then second to Palazzo Publico and beat home Awazita. They're Saturday horses.
Albacete is a Canterbury Saturday horse.
All right, well, it's 11 starts. It's had 3 wins and 5 placings. Won a couple $100,000 in prize money. I wish I
I'm
fucking
just
owned
playing devil's advocate. I'm just.
it. I understand. I just thought it jumped
off.
off the page as the only Saturday horse in the race, and you kind of thinking
That's all right, and we'll have something to talk about when it just pisses in tomorrow.
Yeah, well, when month's place, I'll say 2 good mark. I miss was.
You might have convinced me to take the $7 at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, not wait till
That's the
down
thing.
the other
That's the thing. No. You got to stick with your original. It's too easy to get coat taped in the show.
I do my
So
price.
You do your own opinion.
I do my prices,
and
and I haven't done them yet because I do them after the scratches, but I've done all the work and all the tapes. I'll be rubber stamping at 5 to 2 with a big like this.
You say you can take the 7 to take the risk that it parades with.
Not if you
It might never be a risk because the $7 will be wrong for starters, so you can get out of it.
Yeah.
It's not a risk.
Yeah.
It's
It parades poorly. It's gonna be
unlikely to
5.
parade poorly. Surely it's from that yard.
It's unlikely
Fresh
to
is
parade
good for
poorly.
a show. Yeah.
Sometimes they come back with condition, and that's a bit tricky on the bog. Anyway, that's the end of part 1. It's been
Yeah,
so
we're
exciting.
fired up there,
so
Gabe.
exciting.